In this video I'm just going to touch upon the email template packs. This also applies to your web page template packs as well. So what are the template packs? What should you expect? Well, the template packs can be downloaded from the help files in iDiaries, and if you press F1 and gain access to your iDiaries help files, you can find the template packs there. Or alternatively, if you need any more help, just send me an email and we'll send them out to you. You'll get 2 emails. So if we just have a look briefly at the 2 emails. One email has a PDF on it, and that we're going to cover in a second. And the other email that we have has a zip file on it with all the email template packs in. So let's just go back to the PDF that we have. So if we just open the PDF up, so here's our PDF. As you'll see, it's the box cover that we normally use. And I'm just going to quickly talk you through this because I think the PDF is worth just talking through. I always say to people, before you start doing anything, write the text first. Don't get caught up in all the other display and imagery things. Just write your text. Concentrate on your text. Get it nice, tight, and to the point. Right. In the guides, there are pictures to help show you what you need to do and how you need to do it, and we're going to talk through this in a second, but I just wanted to let you know that there is a written version of this in that PDF. Where we really do come across the PDFs though is here. That what we've done is we've put down all the template designs so that you can see them. So for example, here we have a template that is called EMA1. On the next page, EMA2. And you can see the designs altering: EMA3, EMA4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, B1, B2, B3. So you can see all these different designs. So if you would like to use one of these templates, quite simply, what we need to do is we need the number that you're going to use. In this case we're going to use EMA1, and all we now need to do is extract it from the zip file that is on the other email. So we'll just minimise this. We now have the zip email open, so what we now need to do is we need to save this file. So if we go Save As. Now the secret with working with these files is to make sure that you have a very defined folder structure. So we're going to give it a new folder name. And we're going to save the zip folder into this folder. What you need to do is you need to right click over the folder, extract all, and the wizard will appear. So all we need to do now is we need to go next. It asks you where you'd like to extract the files from. You might wish to extract them somewhere else, but for this argument we're just going to basically put them into this folder. Little extracting bar here that will show you what's going on. So if we click next, it's quite a big folder, so just be aware it can take longer. Right, I'm just going to untick the show extracted files because we're going to see them because we're in this folder. And what you'll see here is we've now created a folder called Master Email Pack. So if I now double click on that, what I now have is all the email templates set out in folder structures like this. So we said we were going to work with EMA1. So it's got a little title here telling you what the parts are. So the first thing to always do is to create a copy of this. And we need to always work with the copy. The reason being is the fact that what you should always be doing is you should always use the EMA1 template, or whichever template you take, as your basic set. That way everything's correct. These have all been tested, they've all been checked. If you go and work with this folder, and I'll show you in a second, I'll just call this new email EMA1. If I basically work with this file as we're going to do now and make some changes and damage the file, then those changes are then going to be effectively propagated to every file that we create from now on. So what I always say to my customers is go to the file that came in originally, copy that, create a new version of it, and then paste it into the system. That way you know that you're always working with the latest and best version. So we open the file up. Got a little bit of housekeeping here to do. So for example, we need to just rename this so that we know what the file name. So we'll call it new email EMA1. And can we see that there's a newsletter text version there too? So we give that a name as well. This now means that we've got a good foundation from which to start with. Right, both files have now been renamed, and I've wanted to rename them so that there's no confusion over the files that we're working with. And I just want to show you a couple of things very briefly so that you can understand the layout of the folder. You'll see that there's a number of images in the folder, and these are the images here that if you were to ask a graphic designer to change, a graphic designer should be able to work with these images and be able to turn and put your logo in. So if we just open this particular image up, a graphic designer should be able to make some changes, put your logo in, and if they need any more help they can always contact us on your behalf and we'll be able to give them other types of file that they can work with. But the idea being is put your logo in here and the email will be reflective of your business. We are now going to change this file. So what we've done is we've taken the emails, we've selected the template, so we now know how to select the template. We're now going to edit the email. So what I need to do is simply right click over it, open with Office Word. So the email is now open in Word. Now bear in mind Word is not an HTML editor, it's not designed to be one, so you're going to see some odd behaviour. Just stick with it and follow the steps that I'm going to show you. So first of all, what you'll see at the top here is a domain name that is pointing to where your website is. Always a good idea. This way, it's a simple way of doing it, just put your domain name in and off you go. So what we have here is we have the text that you can change. Now the key thing about working with these templates is you cannot make too many changes. If you want to make more changes, then you need a specific template designing for your business, and we're more than happy to do that, or we could put you in contact with a web developer who could do that for you. But for the time being, these are meant to be as simple as possible to use. So for example, what I'm going to do here is we're just going to remove most of this text because we don't need it. So I've changed the text there. We can change the other details, but again, do not get carried away. It's very easy for people to start increasing the length of columns like this and then throw the formatting out. So try and stick, and I know it's very hard, but try and stick to the layouts that I have provided for you. That way it will work. After we've made the changes that we want, what we now need to do is you need to go File, Save As, Other Formats, and by default Word is asking you to save as a web page. Select down and you need to select Web Page Filtered. The reason for that is the fact that if you select Web Page, Word will add all the Microsoft Office tags in, and that's not what's required. A Web Page Filtered version, on the other hand, has just got a basic set of HTML that will work. So what I now need you to do is I now need to go to Save. It's going to complain about removing Office specific tags, which we want to do. So click Yes. We'll see the save bar work as it normally does. Just out of interest, you'll see here that there's gaps and things around the edge of the page here and bits here, and this is again partly because I was saying the way Word displays things. So if we just close Word down, if I now just open this HTML document, you will see that we actually have a HTML document that's correctly formatted and hasn't got any of the issues that we could see with the Word document. Right, we see the text here that we put in. Right, we have one more further job to do before we can send this email out. What we need to do is we need to go to the text version of the Word document. And the reason we have a text version is this means that the system is compliant. Again, you would configure the text version to be a mirror of your document. So just paste in the work that I've done. And remember that you're allowed to have around about an 80% discrepancy between the text version and your HTML version of the document. And this is what spam checking system should be looking for. Also, just notice there are parts where you're going to have to change the details. A lot of the work can be done by yourself, so you don't have to rely on expensive teams of people. Copy and paste from your HTML version, so the details are the same, and everything should work just fine. So what we need to do, we've made the changes we want to make on that text file there. I need to save the changes, and we're now ready to send the email. What I'm hoping you should have taken away from this though is that you've now seen where the templates come from, how to find the templates, how to break down the templates into the different parts so that you can check stuff and change things, and you've now actually changed the template and seen how we do that. I'm hoping that this should be enough to give you the information you need to build a successful career using iDiaries for its bulk emailing function. As with everything, if you have a problem, raise a support call for it and we'll be more than happy to help you and explain how you can get the most out of your iDiaries system. Thank you.